The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria remain committed to their goal of making home ownership a reality for all Nigerians, and they will continue to innovate, collaborate, and evolve in pursuit of this vision. My name is Patience Okai, and you are welcome to another edition of FMBN podcast here on 7FM TV, as it's proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Let's quickly take a breather here. We'll be right back.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house upfront? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
All right, welcome back to FMBN podcast, as it's proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Now, the frequently asked questions by Nigerians. Nigerians want to know, why is NHF refund for federal workers and other contributors not decentralized? Here's the response.
NHF refunds for federal workers and other contributors are not decentralized, as their contributions are centrally collected through IPPIS.
Okay, still on the exclusive interview with the group head, finance and control, Fincon Ogumoyiwa Sunday, with 7FM TV correspondent Austin Sinam. Let's join the conversation.
What is your year? What is your age? I'm born in 1970, for instance. 70 to date is 53 years. You understand? 60 minus 53, you are left with 7 years. All I need to do is to put your 7 years in the mortgage calculator with your 500. It will tell me how much you expect. And you have to be mindful that in line with the law, you are not expected to use more than your 1/3 of your income in servicing your loan. So those are the things that have been put in place in the mortgage calculator. The calculator will calculate it and tell us how much you are qualified for, which of course is open.
So I think the key word here is affordability.
It's affordability.
Let's talk about assurance that you give to your contributors. We live in, of course, a lot of skepticism have been thrown out there, especially the system that we find ourselves. So people might want to be scared of, how am I sure that the money I'm putting into your bank, you can safeguard the money for me, and at any time I needed to pick up that money, I can do that safely without having going through a lot of rigorous process and all of that. How do you give them that assurance?
I want to assure Nigerians that your funds in Federal Mortgage Bank is safe. Your funds is well kept, and that the issue, whenever you retire and you call for your funds, you can be rest assured you get it. We've paid a lot of people in terms of refund. We are currently doing, as I said, just not quite a few minutes ago, refund payment was made. So your funds with us in the bank is safe, secure. There's no problem about that. What you need to do is that, it's not necessarily mean that you have to wait for your refund. You can as well apply. And how do you do that? Go to any of our nearest office in your state. they will give you more detailed information. But basically, the first thing you need to do is to be a contributor to the scheme. That one will give you unneeded asset to all the services that the bank have.
So aside from giving houses, another advantage the bank gives to people is that you can put in your 2.5%. So even if you don't have a house, we're saving money for you.
Yes, that's true. You see, if we don't have a house, the 2.5% is there. It's a savings. Because an experience has shown that most people that retire, the first amount they normally get before their PFA is NHF fund.
Oh.
Yes.
So for someone who said, I don't want to contribute again and not getting to a point of retirement.
The law says, retire, you get your money.
Right. Let's go quickly to the next question. Does the group experience any challenge while implementing the financial regulatory policies of the government, particularly on TSA, remitter, statutory tax payment, among others?
That's a very good question. We face a lot of challenges in terms of this area. One of it is in respect of a remitter. Okay. We have this issue of poor narration. Remitter will send us information via our statement. If I paid now, it won't tell us clearly who paid and what did I pay for. Most times when it comes, it's not even clear. So giving us a lot of reconciliation issues. Oh. You understand? That is there. But presently we are engaging them. They are improving, but there's still room for improvement. That's one of the biggest challenges we face on remitter. Then equally, this TSA stuff, it takes us a hell at times to get our statement.
So we're talking about the remittance, the challenges that you face.
Yes, thank you very much. On TSA, I mentioned that one of the issues we face on TSA is the issue of getting our statement from CBN timely. You understand? But what we experience is that is not the case. Our statements are not given to us. We experience 2, 3, 4 days delay, which is affecting us getting our record updated timely. But there's a good news. And the good news now is that presently there is a system CBN is developing in which we enable us to have a direct handshake with them over there, which hopefully
direct handshake means to work.
Yes, that our system will not be waiting for the bank statement be sent to us. Automatically, the bank they will be feeding us on a daily basis. You understand? That one is currently going on. Wow. By the time that one is completed, you understand, maybe by April, this issue of TSA challenges will be a thing of past.
Thank you, Ogumuriwa Sunday and 7FM TV correspondent Austin Beatrice Sinum. And moving forward is a commercial break, and right after that, FMBN News this week.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced star 219 hash. Star 219 hash is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial star 219 hash. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like star 219 star 3 hash to retrieve your NHF number, star 219 star 4 star 1 hash to check your last 5 transactions, and star 219 star 4 star 2 hash to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. Star 219 hash. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
Okay, welcome back to FMBN podcast here on 7FM TV, as it's proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. FMBN News this week. that's the much we have for you on this week's edition of FMBN Podcast. Do well to join us next week for another educative edition of the program. And you can follow us on all our social media handles displayed on your screen at Instagram 7TV underscore NIG, Twitter 7TV underscore NIG, Facebook 7TV, Nigeria, YouTube 7FM TV. You can visit our website at www.7media.ng. And of course, do well to visit www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information. Till I come your way next week, my name is Patience Okai. Stay blessed. Bye.